thank you for joining me on FernCrafts. I'm Christine and I welcome you to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing an update on a few of the orchids. It's been a while, so I'll just update you on some of the orchids. Alright, so this is just a fern that I got as part of a basket back around Christmas, and out of all the things in the basket, poinsettias I'm not very lucky with, but the fern I really like, so I just kept it, and now it's almost doubled in size. It was around the largest leaf is around that size, so now it's really grown and it's liking it. This is the decorative pot that it came in. It's got a liner and no drainage in the bottom, which is perfect, so I just keep it moist, and ferns like that, and not too much light, and they do well. So that's just the beginning. And then moving on, here is my zygopetalum, and now it's reduced down to one leaf and one rotting pseudobulb, which I need to cut off, but I have to be gentle to do it because the sphagnum moss is still slightly damp from last week. I thoroughly watered them last week, and so it's still a little damp. I'm going to wait till it dries out before I cut off this pseudobulb, only because if any of the juices from the rotting pseudobulbs go into the sphagnum moss, and when it's dry I can just easily identify that and pull it out, whereas right now everything is damp. I wouldn't know where it goes. And here is it's still sitting in a cup. It's one of my dendrobiums. It's called Green Apples, and I really like this orchid. Usually it blooms for me around now, or in May actually, but this year it hasn't done that, and this year the temperatures have been very funny anyways, so I didn't really know what to expect with the orchids, but I'm just taking it as it goes. And then moving along, here's my little mini greenhouse. This orchid right here, it's the C. maxima variable, the semi-alba lapedrena, and I have to say the orchid is finally starting to show some signs of growth, which is exciting for me. Oh, there's spotting on the glass which needs to be clean, but you can see, let me just reach in so I can point it to you right there. Right there is a new growth, so I'm super excited about that. And yeah, the other orchids, they're working their way slowly. Some of them not doing so well. This one I think is a goner. Actually, both of these, I don't think they're gonna do anything more. They're done, and they probably just need to be thrown out. But yes. And then here in the front are some of this is my newest dendrobium that I got. It's from Thailand, and this one here, and it's got this one lonely flower up here, but I'm just keeping it so I would remember what it is, because I don't think it has a label. So it's just a Dendrobium phalaenopsis, and this here is my Sherry baby, I believe. Again, I've lost labels for some of these. I don't know how, but it's yeah, I don't know how, but I've lost label, and this is a high time that it gets repotted. It's just me not getting around to it. I will soon. Here is a mini phal with 3 spikes it had, and it was a gift from my youngest son for Mother's Day, and he was very proud that he picked a right orchid, and I loved it. It looks like it's starting to put out some more buds right there. I'm not too sure, because the orchid was fine when it got home. I enjoyed it for a couple of days, and then all the buds, all the blooms shriveled off right at the same time, just right after Mother's Day. So I didn't think much of it, but now it looks like it's putting out buds again. So we'll have to wait and see what happens with that. And here is Dendrobium hibiki. I've reduced some of the orchids in this growing space right here. It's just a table right off of my patio, and yeah, so that's my Dendrobium hibiki. there at the back, and it's still got buds there. You can see that there are some blooms and buds, and it's been there since February, so I'm really enjoying that. Here is a path that's been at this size literally since I got it. I would say about 3 years ago, but it's finally starting to do things now. So it's putting out a new leaf, and I have it in waterculture. So one of my viewers had said that paths don't do very well in waterculture, so that it needs to be potted up. I do understand that, and it's just that the orchid is finally doing something, so I don't want to disturb it right now. But I do have it in these clay beads and a little bit of water, so it's like a semi-waterculture really. And we'll see how that goes. Maybe towards the end of summer I might just move it into bark medium. That's how I have the other paths. So most of my paths are around here. I've moved them here now. This orchid is my Laurentiana, Phylogeny Laurentiana, and definitely not doing well. That is another rotting pseudobulb that needs to come off, and the leaves are not doing well either. But I'm just holding off because I see there is, I can't find it right now, but there was a new root, so I thought maybe there is a chance of saving this orchid somehow. So I am just watching it carefully. So yes, this is my Paphiopedilum, or is it a Phragmipedium? Yeah, it's a frag. It's a frag Fred Wright, and there's the name. I have to say I've taken advice from Ed, from Ed's Orchids, on how to grow these, and basically just give them the purest water that you can give, and they're quite happy. They're not fussy about the medium. They like to be sort of moist, and it's working well for me so far. This leaf that looks like it's been chewed off, it was not chewed off, it was just ripped off, and yes, it's just unfortunate, but that's what happened. I just need to clean it up a little bit. But so it's looking a little lopsided right now, but it's doing well. It's got 2 or 3 fans there, so that's well. And this is another Paphiopedilum that I've had since February also, and the leaves are still nice and shiny, which I like to see, and there is a new leaf coming there as well, which is good. This is the Paphiopedilum that was in bloom, and now the bud's fallen off, but it's left this. I don't know if this is a seed pod, but I'm not taking it off yet. I'm just gonna wait till it falls off, but it's doing well. It's got a new leaf coming there as well, so I really like this. It's pretty easy. This is my Psychopsis, and she is in bloom, so let me just show off the blooms, because I love Psychopsis blooms. They really look like butterflies in flight, and very, very nice. You can see, oops, excuse the mess in the background there, and it's very, very tall, lanky spike, or the stem of it, and it's doing really well because I have a new fan, not fan, it's a new pseudobulb, and if I can find it now, I believe it's this one here. I'm not too sure, although it does look like it's coming off of the other one, so I'm not too sure, but we'll see. But here is the Brassivola, and a lot of you had asked about, actually I think a couple of you, even somebody most recent, had asked about my Brassivola nodosa. Unfortunately, I lost that one. I couldn't keep it alive, but this here is BC Sunny Delight, and it's around the same time that I got it, except this one is doing so well in semi-waterculture, and I have them in these clay beads, and the glass vase needs a washing now, today maybe, And you can see lots of happy roots growing in there, besides the algae, which will be cleaned out, and lots of new pseudobulbs as well. So I'm very, very happy with that, and it has really grown. And I don't know if any of you remember this orchid from my previous videos, but it was much smaller, and now the leaves are coming out quite long, and they're looking very well. So there you go, folks. Just a little update on what's been happening as far as my orchids, and the numbers I have decreased substantially. Yeah, my priorities have shifted slightly, and I don't have as much time to spend with the orchids. But there you go, folks. Just wanted to share with you my little table of orchids here. And you know what, usually by this time the orchids would be outdoors, but I've just been holding off this year because the weather has been really crazy. It's either too cold, too much rain, or too much sun. And when I talk about the sun, I'm talking about like scorching temperatures for the orchids. So I've not been in too much of a hurry to take them outside, although my Vanda would really do with some sun. So we'll see. I'll keep you posted. Thanks again for watching. I hope you enjoyed watching this video. For those of you who haven't done so already, do subscribe and hit that notification bell, and you will be the first to know when I upload a video. Thanks again for watching, and until next time, enjoy your orchids. Bye-bye.